In this video, I'm going to call this best practices. If you notice, I have two documents on the screen. One is my blank InDesign document with two picture frames, and then the other document actually is a web page. Now, the reason why I'm calling this best practice is because there are quite a few ways that you can place an image in InDesign, but there's really one way that you should do it. So let's take a look at this this image that's over here on the web page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it. I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to say copy image. Next up, I'm going to click on my InDesign document. I'm going to tap on the text frame, and then I'm going to say paste into. So now I've just pasted this image inside this frame right here. And then what I'll do is I'll do a right click, and I'll go down to where it says my fitting option, and let's see, here it is, and I'll say fit content proportionally. Okay, now next up what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on this frame right here, and then I'm going to go to File, Place, and it just so happens that I have the same image in a folder on my desktop. So I'll double click on that, and voila, I have it also in the second graphic frame underneath the one that I pasted into it. Now, you might say that there are two images on this or in this document, but in reality, there's only one. If you notice, say for example, if I look at the one that I pasted, the one that I actually placed from the folder, you'll notice there's a little link icon in the upper left-hand corner, whereas you don't see that here. And if I tap on the link icon, you'll notice it only recognizes the one that came from my desktop. So why is that important? Well, one reason is that it's so important for all the assets to travel with the job with your InDesign document, so that if you want to make modifications, you can easily access the image in Photoshop by just mouse over the image that is actually placed in your document, put your finger on the two modifier keys, Option Command if you're on the Mac, and it will be Alt Control if you're on a PC. Double click, and it will open it up in Photoshop. However, if you have this phantom image, that's what we typically call it, it's there, but it's not. If you use the same function, if you try to do the same thing, you cannot access it. Why? Because it's really not there. And you might say, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that when you, on the back end, when you try to print this, or when you take it to your print vendor, and let's say if they want to make some modifications, maybe they want to change the color values, they can't do anything with it because it's really not there. And in some cases, it may not even print out clear. It may not even print out sharp and clear. It may be somewhat pixelated when it prints out. So the point of this particular video is basically to get you to understand that grabbing things off the internet, first of all, it's illegal. All right, there are anything on the internet is rights protected, whether there is a disclaimer or not, but it is illegal. But if you do have to, for whatever reason, if you have access to imagery that you have to download from the internet, you should download it to your desktop, put it in a folder, and then place it in your document so that you will always, and then make sure you see this little link icon right here. So this way you can use some of the cool functionality in InDesign to be able to open up an image. You can modify it here. If I wanted to say make this a little lighter, okay, I'll use my curves, whatever. I'll say okay. I can save this. And then when I come back down here, you'll see that it will update here. You can see it's a little bit different. Maybe if I do something drastic, like, I don't know, I'll try my curves again and I'll do something really crazy. All right, and so now I can save this. Okay, close that down. And as you can see, you can do things with it very quickly and easily without leaving the application. So that's your best practice exercise. Hopefully this helps.